Good morning, Macam Cabby here on this lovely Monday morning. So I was going to have a crack on today, and a lot of people on social media and a lot of people have been messaging me as well saying, I think it's time to rest Rigg. And to me, he does look spent. He looks absolutely knackered, doesn't he? Watched him against Watford and he just seems to have lost his speed, his energy and his drive. He doesn't seem to be as sharp. He had a couple of shots, there were just no power in them whatsoever. It just looks worn out, the young lad, do you know what I mean? And I think it's going to do in the world to go to give him a breather, even if it just benches him and bring him on for the last like 15 minutes or something like that. I mean, what do you guys and girls think? Do you agree? I think he does. I remember when Joe first came to Stadium of Light, and we were just overplaying him, and he was just spent a bit. He was knackered, and we know the talent that we've got with Chris Rigg, 100%. And he's just knackered. It's such a physical league, this championship. And I think I'd give him a breather. I also think it's time to give Roberts a miss as well. But he just starts week in, week out at the Stadium of Light, and there's too many games for me that he's going missing. You know, I do like it when he's on form and he can be a pain in the backside of the defence, but there's too many games for me where he's absent. And another player I would drop would be Samed, because I think he slows the player down for Sunderland. I'm not saying he's a shocking player, but we just don't seem to have that quickness when he's on the pitch. It's like if we're building an attack, or trying to build an attack, and we're trying to get some fast flowing football, when it comes to Samed, he just seems to slow the player down. Like even when he's running, he looks like he's running in slow motion. And especially for like Luton Town coming up, I think we should go for the kill. Don't want to be starting Samed. Don't want to be doing another Plymouth Argyle. You know what I mean? Because we cannot be drawn or getting beat off Luton. And I know you don't have the given right to beat these teams. You didn't. And I'm not going to be saying by a long shot that it'll be a walkover, we'll thrash these. I mean, I'm sick of saying with predictions we're going to beat them 3-0, this and that and the other. For this game, I'm going to go for, my heart says 3-0, but my head's going to say Sunderland will draw 1-1. Because I'm just sick to death of saying, oh, we're going to thump this team, we're going to thump this team. So I'm going to go for Sunderland 1, Luton 1. That's my prediction I'm going to go for. Of course I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I want people to be messaging me after the match and saying, Cabby, you got that well wrong, didn't you? Or thump them 4-0. I'm just sick to death of bigging them up and being positive when we're at home and say, yeah, we're going to thump this team, and it doesn't happen. And it's concerning as well, isn't it? We've let in 6 goals in 3 games. You know, we really need to tighten up that defence. I mean, look, there's some goals you can't do out and about. I mean, when you look at that Watford goal, you know, there's no team gonna stop that. Do you know what I mean? That was just pure quality. But every time the ball gets into the box of Sunderland, we'll look nervous and we'll look like we're vulnerable and we're going to concede. You know, we don't seem to be cutting out attacks, you know, like we did in the first half of the season. They just seem to be getting through us all the time. So let us know what you think in your comments and stuff. I'll get back to every single one of you. Do you think I'm right with maybe dropping those players? Do you think I'm being a bit negative in the scoreline? 1-1. Are you going to say, oh, wait, Cabby, man, 1-1, we're playing Luton Town, they're absolutely awful? I don't know. But like I say, I'm just sick of trying to be positive, and Sunderland just put an absolute dire performance at home. So we need to do it. We know what we can do, but it just seems to be there's just something wrong at the stadium I like with Sunderland. The way they perform, and that's why there's no atmosphere at the stadium I like, just because we're just not entertaining the crowd. So let us know what you think, like I say, and don't forget you can tune in tonight to the Mackham, Cabby and Davey show. I think we've got a lad called Richard joining us as well tonight, I'm not too sure, but tune in and we'll chew over a lot of things. Davey will probably be telling me off saying that my glass is half empty. Well, let us know in your comments anyway. I'll reply to you as I always do. See you later.